real monkey wrench into this year's race for president. So check out this Fox News poll. It shows Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson getting 10% of the vote in a three-way match against Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. While an ABC News Washington Post poll finds 51% of you want a third-party candidate to run. New Mexico's former Republican governor, Gary Johnson, is running for president as a Libertarian. Maybe he's the guy you want. Hi, Governor.
Gretchen, thanks for having me on.
Okay, so why are you...
50% of America...
Well, go ahead. Yeah, talk about the poll.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Well, not so much the poll, but 50% of all voters right now that are registering as independent. Where is that representation at the end of the day? I think at the end of the day, I think most people are libertarians. It's just that they don't know it. And very broadly speaking, a unique package of being fiscally conservative and socially liberal, tolerant, and hey, let's be skeptical when it comes to these military interventions. Are they really resulting in a safer world, or in a lot of cases making things worse, not better? Okay,
you sound a little bit like Rand Paul, and I just want to bring to your attention that independents in the latest polls, Trump's really walking away with those, over 16 points over Hillary Clinton. So what are you going to do to get them to potentially come to you?
National polls that my name has even appeared, and that was before Bill Weld agreed to run for vice president on this ticket. The key is being in the presidential polls. Look, there's no way that a third party can win the presidency without being in the presidential debates.
Right.
Presidential Debate Commission has said that you have to be at 15% in the polls. Well, what they won't say is that your name is not even in the polls. And right now, key to going forward, just being in the polls.
That's very interesting.
There is another choice.
Yeah, well, that's very interesting that it would be 15%. You're only 5 points off of that. But let me ask you this. It also involves a tremendous amount of funding. We've been talking about $1 billion needed to run for president. Last week, there was a story that was floated that the very powerful Koch brothers, who may not give their money to Donald Trump, typically give to Republicans, that they may, in fact, at least one of them, would give you millions of dollars. Is that true?
No, I have no knowledge of it whatsoever. It's one of those bogus stories that come out. But what I do think is, as you point out, it's a couple of $1 billion now on both sides. Only chance I have of potentially winning is to be in the presidential debates. If my name is in the polls, I think that's a real possibility.
Okay, you were named the CEO of a cannabis company, a marijuana company. If you were ever elected, would you legalize marijuana?
Oh, in a heartbeat. And the notion is to make America a better place. Look, on the medical side, marijuana products directly compete with legal prescription drugs, painkillers, antidepressants that statistically kill 100,000 people a year. No documented death due to marijuana. And on the recreational side, I have always maintained that legalizing marijuana will lead to less overall substance abuse because it's so much safer than everything else that's out there, starting with alcohol.
Okay.
The campaign to legalize marijuana in Colorado was a campaign based on marijuana is safer than alcohol.